Okay guys, welcome back to another video on our channel, and today we are going to be trying out the crossbow, which we know is very broken within this game. However, this time around we have got dead wire detonators, and apparently you put these on this crossbow, it just becomes the most broken thing you could possibly use. Probably should have bought in mags of holding, thinking about it, but it's not the end of the world. We'll just have to make sure we've got speed cola so we can get nice quick reloads. And if I can remember, the last time I used this crossbow, it was pretty broken in tier 2 and tier 3 without many upgrades to the gun. So I'm not even going to mess about in tier 1. I'm going to go straight into tier 2, test it out, maybe do a couple of upgrades, and just get into tier 3 as fast as we can so we can hopefully try and get into the Dark Aether zone as well. So there are a couple zombies up here. Let's just see if we can hit one of them. We, of course, do have the explosive tips on the crossbow as well, because that is kind of what you need when you're using this. It's going to make the gun much better. And if I can hit my shots, you know, we might be able to see what sort of damage this thing's going to do, but we can hit one, and it is going to take them out with just one shot, which is great. We'll hit that one there. Should blow up the zombies next to them and take them down. Hit the first one, and you can just see how good it is going to be. I will go ahead and chuck a tier 1 pack-a-punch on, simply for the fact that you get 3 shots per bullet. So rather than having to reload after every single bolt, you do actually get to shoot 3, and then it just takes 1 to reload, which does make the crossbow much, much stronger. But one of the things I do love about this crossbow is if you shoot at the floor and let it blow up, it's going to knock the zombies down. So even if you're in a situation where there's a lot of zombies around, you can just shoot at the floor, let that take them out, and then you can actually just get a bit of space from the zombies and, you know, let yourself heal up, get some plates on, all of that sort of good stuff. But one thing I will say, if you are going to use this crossbow class, one thing you definitely need is going to be PhD flopper. And as you can see, I did bring that in with me. You definitely want to make sure you've got PhD flopper. Otherwise, you're simply just going to take an insane amount of damage from the bolts that you are shooting at the floor. But so far, I'm very happy with how this is playing out in the tier 2 zone. Again, tier 1 pack-a-punch, it's going to do good enough damage. It's going to take the zombies out with no problem. As you can see, one shots the zombies in the tier 2 zone at just tier 1 pack-a-punch. So I'm going to go jump into the tier 3 zone and test it out there. And then, of course, once we're in the tier 3 zone, I want to show you how it does play out in the tier 3 zone, and then I want to show you the difference that dead wire detonators make, which is why I've not yet put it on the class, because I want you to be able to see the difference, and I just personally want to see the difference myself and see if it really does make as big of a difference as everyone's telling me that it does. So we'll test it on some normal zombies and hopefully some, like, manglers, disciples, all of that sort of stuff, see how it gets on. Then we'll chuck dead wire detonators on it and just see what difference it does actually make. So, of course, I do have tier 2 and tier 3 pack-a-punch crystals, as well as legendary Aether tools ready for the tier 3 zone as well, because I think, if I can remember correctly, it was good at just tier 1, like you could basically one-shot the zombies, but I can't remember fully, so I thought I'd bring everything in just to be sure. And of course, we want to test the gun at the highest rarity anyway. We want to test the gun as good as it can be. So let's try and find a couple tier 3 zombies. There is a couple there. Let's see if we can hit one. We are going to hit one. So yeah, even then, it is still going to be a one-shot, which is great. That is exactly what we want to see at just tier 1 pack-a-punch. So that is exactly what we was hoping for. Let that dog come over. We can take that out. So yeah, we're going to be in a pretty good spot already now. Like I said, I wish I did bring mags of holding in. That's one thing that I probably should have done, because having dead wire detonators and mags of holding on this genuinely might just be the most broken thing you could do within this game, if I'm totally honest. But I'm just going to go ahead and tier 3 pack-a-punch this, put a legendary Aether tool on, and make it the best possible version of the gun that we can, because that's what we want to be testing the gun out at the end of the day. So we do actually have a Mega Abomination there. Let's try and fire a couple of them into its head. Make sure I don't go down if I'm not too careful. Get some plates on. We'll test it against this Mega Abomination, because I don't think it's actually a bad test for the gun, trying it against something like a Mega Abomination to start off with. Because then, like I said, once we get them dead wire detonators on, we can then go ahead and try it against another Mega Abomination and see how much better it's going to perform. We'll try and hit them critical shots, let them blow up in the mouth, which is great. That's exactly what I wanted to see. And the good thing about this is you can just keep shooting at it, and it is just going to, every time there's a critical shot open up, it is going to just do the damage. So you can just fire a load of them over. I need to be careful. I'm going to go down. Oh, that was a terrible, terrible play from me. That is on me, but we're all good. We're going to be absolutely fine. We'll fire them in the floor and let them take out the zombies that are about. And then we can carry on focusing on this Mega Abomination that is right in front of us. Again, we know which eye is going to be the only one that opens up, so we can just fire it at them critical shots. Just let it keep going into there. It's now going to open its mouth one more time. And that might be the end of the Mega Abomination. Not quite. Really can't have that much more health left now. We just need to try and stay alive for a minute, because there's a bunch of zombies around. We've got disciples, all of that sort of stuff. But there does go the Mega Abomination. We have taken that successfully down now. We've got a disciple in front of us. And I'm out of ammo, which isn't ideal, but we're going to be absolutely fine. So I'm quite glad off the rip we managed to test it against the Mega Abomination, because we can see what sort of damage it does do. Like, it's a pretty good damage weapon. If we now go and chuck on that dead wire detonators, we can actually see what it's going to be like and what difference it is going to make, which is going to be very, very interesting. I am actually intrigued to see what sort of difference it's going to make. So we've got a couple zombies here. Let's hit one of the zombies, let it blow up. It's going to do the sort of damage you'd expect it to do. Still one shot in, which is kind of what I was expecting. But maybe it does more damage if you shoot the... Okay, so it looks like if I shoot the floor and let them come near me, it's going to do that electric damage and do a lot more damage to those zombies on the floor by the looks of it. So I could just get a whole horde of zombies together and I could just go bang, bang into the floor, let them do the damage there. And it looks like it might just be a one-shot from off the floor. But as you can see, it's going to start doing all that electric damage that you'd expect from dead wire. And then the zombies don't seem to actually regenerate health. They don't seem to be able to get up. And, like, the electric actually finishes off the health that they do have remaining, which is kind of cool. So it gives it much more of a blast radius, which is obviously going to really, really help with this gun. It's going to make it much, much stronger. Simply for the fact if there is big hordes of zombies around, as you just saw, it's going to take them out a lot easier because the damage of the electric actually spreads to the other zombies, making it a lot easier for them to get taken out. Like, if we shoot that Hellhound, that blows up. It takes that one out. Like, it does seem pretty powerful so far, I'm not going to lie. So we've got another Mega Abomination. I need to be careful. I'm going to go down if I'm not too careful. There we go. I did actually manage to go down. That's terrible from me. Hopefully we can get someone to come along and res us and then we'll be okay. So that is what I will say the one thing with the crossbow is, if you don't have like a secondary weapon, it can become quite difficult, because I just saw there's a bunch of zombies around. Without mags of holding, I can't just spray the crossbow around, so it does become a little bit more challenging to use. And like I said, if you haven't got that secondary gun to actually be able to take out some zombies maybe, or do a little bit extra damage here and there, it can be a little bit of an issue to use, which is why you probably wouldn't just solo this, unless, like I said, you've got mags of holding on it as well. But let's see what sort of damage we're now doing to Mega Abominations if I can hit my shots from a distance. I know, unfortunately, I did go down, but like I said, it's kind of to be expected a little bit with this crossbow. Unfortunately, I just don't have any self-revives. But let's fire them into the mouth. Yeah, it looks like it's going to do a little bit more damage to the Megs as well. I'm not going to lie. Definitely looks like it is going to do a little bit more damage than what we were doing before. One thing I've just realised, I don't have any perks. I need to go to this perk machine, actually get Jug, stamina up, all of that sort of stuff, because I am not in a good position with perks right now, but it looks like it is definitely doing a lot more damage with dead wire detonators. Like I said before, having that electric go out of the gun and just be able to take out the zombies and just do that bigger blast radius makes such a big difference. And as you can see, with Speed Cola now, we should be in a better position because, like, there you go. Look, I managed to take that zombie out. Let's see if it actually dies or if it gets back up. No, it looks like it is just going to end up dying out by itself. But that's how quickly you can take down a horde of zombies. That one's going to start running off. Probably end up going down by itself, which is exactly what happened. Which is why I'm liking this electric stuff that we do have, because it's going to do way more damage to the zombies. But I think I just managed to pop that Mega Abomination's head from the side on there. See what we can do with this one. Okay, that one looks like it's just going to charge at me rather than actually fire at me. Disciple come along. Disciple should go down within about 3 shots, which is exactly what happened. There is a lot of Mega Abominations and Disciples and stuff here, but we'll just keep firing towards that Mega Abomination. It's going to do a load of damage. Again, I think that's another head popped on that Mega Abomination. This, yeah, with the dead wire detonators on it, I think this gun is actually kind of crazy broken. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Like I said, the only thing I wish I bought in as well was probably mags of holding, which would have made a bit of a difference to how quickly we could shoot and stuff. But let's see if we can get that final head pop now, which we should be able to. Just like, yeah, this gun is so strong against things like Mega Abominations. Like, the explosive radius that this has is just absolutely crazy. I've already done half the damage to this Mega Abomination without even really trying to take it down, which is just, it's just mental how strong this thing is actually seeming to be. How quickly we're going to pop one of them heads. Yep, that's gone down nice and quickly. We've got one last head left. And, yeah, I mean, this thing is just so strong against Mega Abominations and things like that. It's just ridiculously powerful so far. Like I said, with mags of holding on it, if you didn't have to reload at all, this gun would just become stupidly broken. So I really wish I remembered to bring that in, but unfortunately I did forget. But it's not the end of the world. The gun is still very usable without it. So I'm definitely interested what sort of damage this thing will do in the Dark Aether Zone. But there's a Disciple there that's done a decent bit of damage. I can't actually now see the Disciple, but yeah, I mean, even that, it's just, the damage this thing does is actually just ridiculously powerful. Like, it really is. Like I said, it's got that blast radius as well from where the electric's going to go and just do a big bunch of damage to the zombies that are around you. So it just is a very powerful weapon as of so far. I mean, even there, I just shot one bullet down there and just took out an absolute bunch of zombies just from, like... It's just crazy how much damage this thing actually does do when you look at it from a distance. I can hear a mangler around here. I mean, the mangler is on, like, 1 HP, but with one shot, I've basically done the rest of the damage to it that was necessary. Like, it just is a really, really strong gun. I think that's our full health mangler. Like, 3 bullets into it. It's just going to rip through that health, like... This gun's crazy, crazy good, guys. I definitely recommend you do give it a try if you haven't already gave it a try with dead wire detonators. You might have used my class previously, but I definitely recommend you give it another go. Stick dead wire detonators on it and see how you get on that time round. You can see how many zombies are around here. I'm just going to spray into the big hordes of zombies, see what sort of damage we can do to them. And I mean, it just easily takes care of big hordes of zombies. Mimic just one-shotted it. It just is a crazy, crazy powerful weapon. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It really, really is a fun weapon to use. It's a really good weapon. Like I said, the only thing I wish I had right now was mags of holding. But you can see, as long as you can do the electric damage to some of the zombies, that is all it takes. They're just going to die out from that electric damage. They're not going to survive any longer after it. And that's what makes it so, so powerful. When there's big hordes, you can just spray this thing into the hordes of zombies, and that is just going to get rid of the rest of them. Like, even that disciple there, let's see what sort of damage we can do if I can actually hit any shots on it. Just got dropped. Instantly dropped. Gone. Completely finished. Again, I know a bunch of zombies are going to spawn here. I'm just going to start spraying at the floor. Let the zombies run through the damage that I'm trying to do with the electric. And it just takes care of everything. Like, it really, really does just do the damage you want it to do to whatever you are coming up against. Like, this gun just holds off absolutely everything. I can't believe how good this thing actually is. Like, I knew the crossbow was good, but I can't believe how good it is with the dead wire detonators and what a difference that actually makes. And I think this is actually my first time using dead wire detonators as well, so I haven't even tried them out on any other gun, but this just feels ridiculously powerful. If there's other guns you want to see me use dead wire detonators on as well, guys, do let me know in the comments. I'm more than happy to go and do it if you do want to see me try out any other guns with it. Because I might think the crossbow's ridiculously broken, and you go, Harry, you need to try out the RGL, for example. That one's even more broken. And I will just go ahead and try it out. But, I mean, you can see how fast it takes care of boss zombies. It's going to do electric damage to the rest of the zombies around. Like, it's just such a powerful gun. As long as you set one of the... If you can hit a zombie, and then you get the other ones with doing with the electric damage, you're going to be in a good spot. That Mega Abomination is probably going to start opening its eyes at me, isn't it? Yeah. And it's just going to take a head out already. No worries. Perfect. It's just such a powerful gun, guys. Like, it really, really is stupidly overpowered, if I'm honest. Like, it just makes light work of things like Mega Abominations and stuff. So, we are really not in a position where we're struggling with this gun, if I'm totally honest. Like, just look at how much damage we're doing to it. It is crazy, crazy fast how good you can take down Mega Abominations with this thing. Like, they just get absolutely dropped with no problems whatsoever. We just shoot at that head that's going to open up at some point. So as soon as it does open, those critical shots are going to come in, do the explosive damage, and there goes the Mega Abomination yet again. Like, this gun is crazy, guys. It really, really is actually insanely good. And I think, if I'm honest, the only other test that we've really got for this is probably taking it into the Dark Aether Zone. I can't really see what else we need to test with this thing. We've done high value target Mega Abominations, about 4 normal Mega Abominations without taking very long at all. You know, Manglers, Disciples, Zombies, Hellhounds. We've basically tried it against everything. So I think we just now need to jump into that Dark Aether Zone and try it out there. I mean, even with the damage on this thing, like, you can see how good it can be. Like, you can just stand miles away, take out the zombies. For some reason, the Mimic isn't taking any damage. Not really too sure why. I don't know if it's because I'm not hitting critical shots, but on the zombies, you could do so much damage from so far away. But, I mean, look at how quickly we popped the high-value target Mega Abomination's head. Oh, I knew I was going to go down there. I was getting a bit too excited about the Mega Abomination. I was going to say no one's got the field upgrade to get me up straight away. But it's so easy just to spray at this Mega Abomination. You just spray all 3 things at it. As long as it's near a head, as long as one of them opens up, you are going to start getting those critical shots on it. You can just keep spraying and spraying and spraying. And you are going to do such good damage. Like, look at the damage. I mean, I know my teammate just pulled out a jug, which kind of done a lot more damage. But, yeah, we was doing really, really nice damage to it anyway. But even that Mangler's going to get dropped pretty quick. I need to actually find some ammunition because I've got nothing right now. But, like, look at the damage that the electric does. It just took down, like, half of that Mega Abomination's health without even really me doing anything. It just done a load of damage to its health, and it was just very, very useful. And that was after a shot that I'd taken about 3 seconds ago at the Mangler. So, you know, it's really, really not bad at all. It just drops everything so, so quickly. I'm actually really, really impressed with how strong this gun is. Okay, guys, so we are going into the Dark Aether Zone. I actually don't know which one we've done because 2 different teammates started both different Dark Aethers at the exact same time. So it's actually going to be the very first Dark Aether Zone that we have travelled to, which isn't too bad. I'm not against it. We'll go and start some of these contracts up and, you know, get on with them. Because low-key, I wouldn't mind coming out of here with maybe a legendary Aether tool or 2 or just some decent little loot. Because if I'm totally honest, I feel like the first Dark Aether Zone actually might be one of the best ones for actual loot that you might use on a game-to-game basis. Because as good as some of the new schematics are and stuff like that, you don't need them every single game. Whereas this old Dark Aether Zone, it gives you stuff like legendary Aether tools and tier 3 Pack-a-Punch crystals sometimes, which, you know, you can basically use whichever game you want to use in. I mean, so far, yeah, guys, in the Dark Aether Zone, it feels just as powerful as it did in tier 3. I don't know if this is the Elder Sigil or the normal one, I'm not too sure. But it feels just as powerful. It's going to be doing as much damage to the other zombies as it was in tier 3 zones. But that is going to be the first contract done. Absolutely amazing. Let's see what we can get out of this. There we go. There's that legendary Aether tool that I was talking about. Perfect. That is exactly what I wanted. Golden armor plates. Brilliant. And then I don't really need the legendary Aether tool. But yeah, that's what I mean by this first Dark Aether Zone. Can actually be really, really good. You can get some good loot from it. But let's have a look at this Disciple, for example. See how quickly I can actually do some damage to a Disciple in the Dark Aether Zone. Not hitting critical shots either, by the way. Just taking them out generally, like, just with normal shots. But let's go and do the ACV contract now, or the escort contract, whatever you want to call it. Again, we'll see some big zombies come along probably that we can do some good damage to. Mega Abomination, I'm just going to fire a whole bunch of bullets into. And then just pick up some more ammo at the end here. But we've already got it down to about half HP. I need to be careful that I don't go down, which I did do. Not the end of the world. Has someone got the field upgrade? I've just been brought up and I am about to go back down again. No, I'm not. The crossbow's coming in clutch. It's going to do the damage that we needed it to do. Just clear everything out. I need to actually go back and get ammo, though. That is one thing that I definitely need to do. And then we'll go ahead and jump on with this escort contract. Like, that should do the damage to the Mega Abomination and get that finished up. Just like so. There it is. Mega Abomination has now gone down. But that's what I mean about this gun. You can get yourself out of some really bad situations, to be honest. You can take down Mega Abominations easy. Manglers, Disciples, Mimics, Zombies. Whatever you are coming up against, it's going to do crazy, crazy damage to. So it actually looks like one of my teammates is also using the crossbow. There's crossbow bullets going around everywhere. I didn't even realize until just now, but it just is such a good gun, guys. Like, it really, really is. I'm not just saying it for the sake of the video. I genuinely think you guys should try this out and try it for yourselves because it just is that good. Like, even here, we can just fire it down into the middle. I'm getting dead wire detonator kills. I'm getting electric kills. I'm getting explosive kills. Like, it does literally everything you could ever want this gun to do. Take out Manglers fast. Obviously, that Kaiser Grenade's now gone down, so that's not the end of the world. But we've got Mimic in front of us. Mimic's going to get dropped with no problem. There we go. Like, it's just such a powerful gun, guys. It really, really is. It just takes care of absolutely everything. I'm interested to see if I can stand here, let the zombies come up these stairs and just fire at the floor. And just keep taking them out as they're trying to come up the stairs the whole time. Which it looks like is definitely going to be a thing that you could do if you really wanted to. There is another Mega Abomination, which, you know, surprise, surprise, is wanting to come up the stairs. And it's definitely made its way up the stairs, but we'll carry on firing at it. Shouldn't take us too long to get this Mega Abomination down. We've seen what we can do against Mega Abominations. We know we're not going to struggle. Let me take care of that, but oh, we're running out of ammo here, which isn't ideal. And then all we've got left is this final Outlast contract, which is a nice, easy one to go ahead and do. I've got a couple zombies chasing me. Let me just shoot at the floor. Take care of those as I zip up. No problem. It's just such a good gun, guys. It literally lets you do everything. It makes the game a little bit too easy. The only thing I will say is, one, I do wish I had mags of holding every now and then. And two, you will run out of ammo a little bit quicker than any normal gun. But other than that, it's just an unbelievably usable gun. Like, it's a really, really good gun. I think you guys are really going to enjoy it if you try it out for yourselves. Like, even a Disciple there is just going to get absolutely destroyed, no problem whatsoever. But guys, as this last contract is finishing up, I am going to probably end today's video here. So if you do want to copy the exact same crossbow class that I was using, it is up on screen right now. Like I said, the one thing I wish I had brought in with me was mags of holding. And the thing that was making it even more broken was, of course, the dead wire detonator schematic that we did just get in the recent update. So if you want to use it exactly like I did, definitely put dead wire detonator on it. And if you do want to make it even better than what I was using, you can chuck mags of holding on it as well. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you have, please be sure to smash a thumbs up, as it helps me out way more than you could ever imagine. And also be sure to check out the rest of the channel, where there's a whole bunch of zombies content that I think you guys will really, really go ahead and enjoy. And if you do enjoy it, make sure you do subscribe with notifications turned on. Once again, guys, I really appreciate you watching all the way to today's video. If you have enjoyed it, be sure to smash a thumbs up. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll catch you all in the next one in a bit. Peace.